In this video, I wish to present certain facts about Bandhan Bank, which will answer a very important question about it, whether it is still a microfinance lender or not. The reason being the valuation that it is still getting from the market. Today, in this current financial year in FY25, we can see that Bandhan Bank is very well in a position to report a net profit of around 4,000 crores, if not more. And even today, the market cap that it is getting is around 25,000 crores. That is, it is still trading at a PE ratio of just about 6, which is pathetic considering the kind of excellent performance it has been reporting for the last many years, excluding the COVID disruption period. So these numbers that I'll be presenting now will clear several doubts that people might have about Bandhan Bank. Let's start. Let's have a look at the percentage contribution of the microfinance segment as such to the bank's total loan book. Okay, let's start from the year FY21 when we saw the largest disruption from COVID. In that year, Bandhan Bank's microfinance division, that is EEB that it calls, was 67% of the total loan book. In the very since then, Bandhan Bank has been focusing to bring down this percentage to around 40% by FY25. That was a target that they had set. And let's see if they are on target or not over the last 3.5 years that so far we have seen. In FY22, the share dropped to 63%. The figures that I have taken are from Bandhan Bank's own quarterly reports that they have been publishing. Okay, so you can check them out yourself as well if you want. So in FY22, it dropped to 63%. In the next year, FY23, it dropped to 52%, quite a good reduction. And in the last financial year, that is FY24, it has already dropped to 50%. So they are quite on target as we can see. And now in the first half of this financial year, by second quarter of current financial year, the figures that we have, it has already dropped to 45%. So they are not very far from the 40% target that they had set for FY25 end. Okay, we still have 2 more quarters, and so Bandhan Bank's microfinance segment's contribution to the total loan book will very well be close to 40%, if not lower than that. And as you can see, despite the microfinance division's loan book percentage dropping, the gross figure, if you see, is very well stable. Okay, it was 58,000 crores in FY21, and even now it is around 59,000 crores. And over the last 3.5 years, it has not gone very far away from that 60,000 crores mark. On the other hand, if you see the total loan book figure, it was 87,000 crores in FY21 and it has already expanded by nearly 50% to 1,30,000 crores in the second quarter of this financial year. Okay, so the bank's overall loan book has grown by 50%, which is still a respectable figure. And despite the fact that it's the largest contributing segment, has not grown at all in the last 3.5 years. What does this mean? That means the bank has been focusing to generate growth from other segments. Okay, other segments other than microfinance division. Now let's have a look at the contribution of all segments over the last 3.5 years. So as we have seen, the EEB, that is a microfinance business, contribution has dropped from 67% in FY21 to 45% in the latest second quarter figures. Now the housing segment, if you see, it has remained more or less stable in terms of contribution, 23% in FY21 and 24% currently. So that means housing segment has grown in line with the total loan book figure. Now let's have a look at the commercial segment, okay, commercial banking business. So this segment was contributing just about 8% in FY21 and it has grown to a respectable 25% now in the latest second quarter figures of this financial year. So this is where the primary major growth has come from. If you have a look at the gross figures, it was 7,000 crores in FY21, which has now grown to over 32,000 crores in the latest quarter. The retail division, which is mainly includes the gold loan or the two-wheeler or car loan business. So that segment was contributing just about 1% in FY21. So it was a fresh, new started business in that time. And over the last 3.5 years, its contribution has increased to around 6% now, to 7,500 crores of the total loan book. It's contributed coming from retail business. So this is how Bandhan Bank has diversified its banking loan book over the last 3.5 years. So should it still get the kind of valuations that other microfinance organizations are getting? I feel the kind of performance, that discipline that Bandhan Bank has shown over the last 3.5 years post COVID disruption, this is really commendable. They have maintained the microfinance business loan book quality as well. Yes, they did do a significant write off over the last 3 years or so, and still after that the profitability is now back to normal, reasonably normal. Okay, a bank that is reporting 4,000 crores or about to report 4,000 crores in net profit for the current financial year should get more respect, I think. The other divisions are doing very well. They're growing very well. The quality of loan book is not bad at all. The collection efficiency figures are around 98% or so consistently over the last many quarters now. So I feel Bandhan Bank certainly deserves a lot more higher valuation than what it is getting today. Yeah, and the growth figures, if you see over the next 3 years or more, with these three segments, housing, commercial banking, and retail banking divisions, will continue to report stronger growth figures, and this will drive Bandhan Bank's overall loan book figure now towards 2 lakh crore mark, hopefully in the next 2 to 3 years.